what you see. Make sure to hit the button now to stay updated on when I am up. I have no idea what else to say now, so I just end off this. Welcome to AmberAnkNA, and this is my channel.
Okay, now we're reading The Only Way Now, Chapter 4, Before the Light of Day. Without putting up Waisel, two girls chatted on and off over the next several hours. Chloe mentioned wanting to visit her aunt, who lived in Eugene, and if she wasn't on such a tight time crunch to get back, she would probably divert her plans for a quick visit. She didn't drop much on her trip, only to use the restroom a few times and swing by a drive-thru too when her stomach wouldn't stop growling. Anyway, she grew weary and pulled over nearly Southern Metro West stop to sleep in her truck. The front of the vehicle was big enough for her to lay comfortably, and it wasn't the first time she used the long printed chair as a bed. Chloe crossed in mass to be on her guard during the meeting with Tom. She urged her partner in time to wait for her to return so she could be by her side. Just as the older girl needed to go on this road trip for sort of closer, Chloe realized the younger girl needed to learn more about her power. She seemed optimistic about the meeting, but also cautious. Chloe was worried, but knew when Max made up her mind, so it was hard to convince otherwise. Plus, she would be a damn hypocrite if she pushed too hard about her best friend's decision. In the back of her mind, she was concerned that she might have made a big mistake choosing to see Rachel before seeing Max. But she didn't want the girl to know she was having second thoughts. The trip needed to happen, and she needed closer. Period. The Blue Hill driver took down the coast, inching closer towards her destination. As she continued south along I-5, she noticed the signs that informed travelers as if they were headed to Big Sur State Park. She always knew it would take this road trip one day. She only imagined her best friend would be right beside her, enjoying the distant experience too. She wondered what would happen if they had stolen Frank's RV that day and just took off. It was another what if that crossed her mind involving California. By the way, sorry if you hear the hail fan. I'm recording this from my grandmother's room since she's away till Wednesday, so yeah, that's why. Rachel and Chloe planned to escape Acadia Bay together several years back. She wasn't completely convinced her curious, hazel-eyed friend really wanted to leave with her, but they made secret plans regardless. They considered maybe going to New York, Los Angeles, or nowhere in particular, just traveling around like gypsies. Rachel's heart, though, was set on LA, as she wanted to begin her professional acting career at some point. It was strange looking back now. They were only young teens when they made those ambitious plans. As horrendous as it seemed to consider running away now, Chloe would have left with her in a heartbeat, but was beginning to wonder if fate kept her in Acadia Bay, especially for Max's return. All she knew was she couldn't wait to be back and spend time with her favorite little time traveler. Memories begun to rattle around and through the girl's mind the closer she got to her destination. Her stomach was cooling and the Anksters and jittery bouncing of her legs weren't seen to stop. The metal music she was bearing couldn't drown out the noise in her mind. She was either nervous to see Rachel again, or the tracker was trying to get to her. It was probably a combination of both. Every tracker was horrible, and the last time she saw Rachel, her body was rotting in the ground in the junkyard. She prayed it cool with mask, but was indeed terrified to see her friend again. Also, can the phone stop calling? Because it's interrupting me. Rachel texted Corey the address for their meetup spot before she left. The actors wanted to connect in a park near West Hollywood. Since construction was taking place almost everywhere near her loft, parking was atrocious. Rachel said she planned to spend their time actually exploring around the city so they could catch up. It would be nice to just spend time with the girl she thought was dead. Corey finally pulled up to a parking meter on the perimeter of the park, paid a specific amount in coins, and then noticed a stunning beauty sitting on a bench about 100 feet from her truck. The blonde stood up with one hand in the air and motioned for her to come over. The tall girl righted the bench. Rachel casually remarked, "Chloe Price." Price were half shredded like she was beginning an examination, arms crossed at her chest. "Rachel M." Chloe replied, voice cracking a bit as he spoke. "I cannot believe you still have that damn rust bucket. Did you not break the hell down driving all this way here?" Rachel moved her hands to her hips. She was confident as ever, with a smirk on her face, and from the word she knew she was the queen. Okay, there's a typo there. I can't inform Clark about it because he's wow, joy. Yeah, I'll just leave a comment about it. Maybe. The girl wore a purple flannel button down over a black spaghetti strap tee. Charm hanging in the middle for a silver necklace was indigo and matched her choker and braid shirts. Chloe thought she looked exactly like she remembered, except for her choice of earrings. Diamond slugs glimmered from both ears, but it in her Internet buffet. "You really sort of flown. What's a fritter?" Chloe asked, reaching up gingerly, stroking the sides of the girl's flawless face where her earring used to hang. Her skin felt silky and soft, the way she remembered. Part of her wanted to send her pointer finger in a spoke waistcoat to make sure she was real and not part of some fuck-up dream. In her mind, she was freaking out, and she was proud of herself for acting calm in light of the situation. Her head was telling her that this girl was dead a weeks ago. As she pushed her far out so her emotions wouldn't take control. It's somewhere safe. See, sorry about that. Probably heard my dad a little bit, but you young men misunderstood me. Yeah, you. Shit, I forgot where I was. There we go. No wait. I don't remember. Somewhere safe. She bravely responded, grabbing Chloe's arm and pulling her in for a hug. She squeezed the collar girl around her waist and buried her head in her stomach. Chloe delighted to see her friend, almost knocking the girls to the ground in the chorus. God, Love your hair. I remember when you first covered it. I thought it was super fucking hot. Throwing her waist with one arm, Rachel tiptoed and ran the fingers of her free hand through the strands just above Corey's ears. The blue-haired girl enjoyed the passionate sensation, feeling similar to how it did when they were younger. And now? Corey cheesed, eyes closed and enjoying Rachel's gentle trust. She smelled like jasmine, per usual. Still hot. Rachel confirmed with a whisper that vibrated her earlobe that the slightly sending her electric concealing shiver through her body. Letting go of the hug, Rachel nudged play with her shoulder. I have missed you, Miss Price. Nervously reaching up and touching the back of her head, Corey returned the nudge before replying, Feels like I haven't seen you in ages. I miss you too. So damn much, Grace. Going Corey's on and interlocking with her own, they both sort of go turned the pail round towards the sidewalk. Do you want to get some coffee? Maybe some ice cream? There's this totally cute spot a few blocks from here. Can actresses even eat ice cream? Don't you all count your carbs or some shit? Punk giggled. Don't take this the wrong way, Corey. It's the only one of us that can gain any weight. Rachel reached down and pinched Corey's stomach on her side. Jeez, thanks a lot, bitch. She instantly pulled out her pack and lit one of her last remaining cigarettes, disregarding the no smoking signs placed along the pot. Laughing to herself, the blonde mischievously responded, It's a good thing. The last time we saw each other, you were sin and bones. But now? Nice curves. Chloe noticed the girl move her head backwards to gaze at her ass before dramatically licking her lips. Let's get some coffee and ice cream. We can come back to the park after. I'm used to you searching for park and alcohol. Now you're wanting coffee and ice cream? Who are you, and what have you done with Rachel Amber? The final check girl took her head upward and fought for a moment, finally responding, Chloe, I think I changed, and it's because of you. I know it took a while to convince me, but moving out of the KOA was the best thing I ever done. Wondered if I would have been caught up in that Jefferson shit. Not surprised at all. Nathan and his bullshit were involved. How did you convince your parents to let you come out here on your own anyway? The weary traveler questioned. Then she remembered she didn't know many details about Rachel and what happened around that time. Upstream, she recalled looking through her phone after she and Max's photo jump. It occurred to her the girl that she and Rachel spoke many times and for sometimes hours at a time. Her questioning something like that might seem extremely odd. You kidding me, Chloe? The blonde snapped, turning Chloe to stink eye. You know you helped me convince them and shit. Can't believe my dad didn't have you arrested after what you said to him. Eyes wide and mouth gaping, Chloe didn't know what to think. It hadn't occurred to her that she might have been involved at that level. Oh, yeah, I was just, joking around. Rachel took her head, looking at her friend like she was studying a strip. Chloe knew the girl could see through her bullshit. She had a talent for being able to know when someone was telling the truth or lying. But she did not say anything if she noticed. They tended along the sidewalk, still walking the arms, without speaking for several minutes. Feeling awkward, Chloe decided to break the silence. It's nice Rachel we having, followed by a cheesy ear-tail grin. After a moment, the two girls erupted in laughter. Classic Chloe Price. Rachel was saying, "You're damn cute during our train ride. You were different than everybody I had ever met. I had such a hard on for you. Shut your damn face, Rachel Amber. You both know I had more feelings for you than you did for me when it had laughter between us. We're never the sounding down type anyway." Chloe bent down, basing herself on the ground, and took out her cigarette on the concrete. Her heart felt like it might crash through her chest. This was the type of conversation she wanted to have when she thought about closure with Rachel. John McQueen considered for a few seconds, then agreed. "You're right. I wasn't in a good spot in my life for anything stable. I didn't know who I was. And I mostly only cared about partying, alcohol, drugs, girls, guys, whatever floated my boat in the moment. I did care about you, though. More than any one person, and I know you knew that." "Yeah, I did. You didn't have to mess around with Frank. That was low. Frank is a good guy, Chloe. We cared about each other. He's been in some dark places, seen some shit, but I wouldn't call him low." "No, you dum-dum. I know Frank's a good guy. You're not telling me we was pretty fucked up." "Yeah, I would have been against it, but we always been open and honest with each other. You hid that from me. I would have never hidden anything from you. Chloe, you knew me better than anybody. Ever. You saw my flaws and loved me anyways. Yes, we kissed and fooled around a bit, but I never showed you the total love you saw me. I was always after the next best thing." Chloe pulled her into her chest and slid around a corner so nobody would see her frozen chills. "Rachel, She was interrupted. "I'm sorry. Let me pull myself together. She waved her face and attempted to look like she was fine. "Your truck might not make it back to Oregon. Why don't you stay the night with me? Maybe London tonight." The confident girl knew she looked cute with her head tilted to the side like a puppy dog. "Rachel, there's something I need to talk to you about." Seemingly refreshed, the impulsive booty pulled Rachel out of the corner and into the ice cream shop. "We're here. Talk later. It's ice cream time." She seemed genuinely excited about the sweet treat. "You have to try my favorite, cotton candy explosion." She turned her eyes around the shop and expressed, "Isn't this place sick and cute?" The player ordered, paid, then went to school back towards the park. During those jokes, as they walked, Rachel went on and on about how much she loved Los Angeles, and she seemed fit in well. She had an audition scheduled in the morning for a voice acting part in some highly anticipated video game that Chloe had never heard of. She had only been in California for half a dozen minutes, and at times she was selected for a few stage acting roles. Rachel was doing quite well. The voice acting spot would be contracted, which meant she would have steady work for nearly a full year, and the listed paid was nice. When they returned to the park, they sat down at the bench. Rachel snuggled up to her friend, laying her blonde head on the punk's shoulders. She looked up, grabbed 2 hands full of blue hair, and casually kissed her on the cheek. The last couple hours have been great, Chloe. Felt like old times. Just in a more mature, I'm not trying to get fucked up kind of way. Chloe laughed harder than maybe she should have. But she opened her eyes after the laughter subsided. In one quick movement, Rachel Followed her, grabbed her face, and pressed their lips together. She tried to speak. Weasel! No, I can't. I'm in love with me. But the moments had set in. The kiss was deep. It lasted several moments. Chloe knew this wasn't the first time they kissed, but it might have been the most intense. The moment at the thought of the word intense, Chloe sailed and pushed Rachel off, shoving her to the grass. Desiree jumped up and started running towards the truck. Fuck! Fuck! Damn it! God damn it! Fuck! We screamed, what have I done? Chloe! Rachel called as her friend turned listening for the gas pedal. She ran 2 red lights, almost hit a pedestrian and nearly wrecked several times. She pulled into a gas station, parked the truck, got out, and went to the wooded area between the station and the local restaurant. The world was wildly spinning around and going way too fast. Bending over, she grabbed a sub and everything she had eaten that day came back up, which was mostly fast food and ice cream. She twisted me! Fuck! Her mind boiled and wheeled. Her stomach twisted in nuts. She fucked things up again. Why did she always fuck up? She would have to tell Mass. Fuck! What do I do? Mass, I'm garbage. Rachel and I made out on a Palms bench. Shit! I promise, it didn't mean anything, but Rachel tried to kiss me. Well, she did kiss me, and I kissed her back. Fuck! Mass, I need to tell you something. I cheated on you with Rachel. Damn it! She couldn't help but pace around nervously, thinking about breaking Mass's heart. This is going to destroy her. She felt something like this would happen. She chose to trust me anyway. Chloe knew how Mass was going to react. She wheels her heart on her sleeve and, getting back in the truck, she pulled out of the gas station and hit the road. Instead of closer, Chloe's managed to open a can of worms. The thought of not telling Mass never crossed her mind. She would have to beg forgiveness, but on the phone, in person. A little history deserved that much at least. Chloe had a full day's drive to think about what just happened. How could Mass ever trust her again? She knew she'd been tricking herself. She even started believing the things Mass would tell her. She begun to believe she deserved to be happy, and the bad things in her life that sort of happened. They weren't her fault. That belief went up in flames. She knew she was the fuck up and the cause of her own pain. But hated she was the reason for perfect, amazing Mass's broken heart. God damn it! I love you, Mass. Please forgive me. Not 5 minutes down the road, Chloe's phone started ringing. It was Rachel. She didn't particularly want to take the call, but she knew she needed to. Rachel! What the fuck, Chloe? Thought we were having a great time here. I think you went away. Her voice was stern and whined but hurt. I'm sorry, Rachel. I tried to tell you, but everything happened so fast. Tell me what? Her person was unsympathetic and harsh. I'm in love with someone else. I wanted to tell you. But she's my everything. I wish you would have said something earlier. I mean, I was there too. You were giving off signals, and I couldn't resist you. I felt your tongue in my mouth. Was it just me kissing you? That's not something you do when you're in love with someone else. Chloe felt ashamed and attacked. I'm a fuck up. Have you met? That's so easy to say now, Rachel. I was in love with you once. I would have run away from a Kia babe back then. But you didn't feel the same. You came around when you wanted to feel love. when you were drunk or high and needed attention. You knew I was sitting by the phone just waiting on your call. It broke me. Then, you went missing. I felt empty. There's a fucking nightmare I couldn't wake up from. What are you talking about, Chloe? When I went missing? I mean, when you left. You helped me leave. I thought it was what you wanted. The colored girl felt her back was against the wall. She needed to tell Wasa about Mass. She still needed more closure. Let's go to that coffee. Let's go get that coffee, Wace. I'm sorry I ran out, but I have a lot to tell you. Will you meet me somewhere? Rachel didn't respond for several seconds. You hacking hella weird. I appreciate fucking explanation. So, yes. See me in the address and I meet you there. Chloe turned the truck around and started towards the coffee shop. This time she would come straight out and let's be honest from the beginning. She was more than anything she would have told Waisel about Mass from the get-go. She felt the same. The same embarrassed, saddened, loss, and many other emotions that complicated her thoughts. Mass, I'm sorry, so sorry. I didn't mean anything. I made it up to you. You see, I'm so in love with your picture perfect gas. Grandfather called to the truck driver. Fingers were not directed at Waisel. While raising the resignation, she closed her eyes to remember the kiss. She felt so clearly she didn't have time to unpack what she had just experienced. From her memory, he had her tongue in that freckles dork's mouth. That's it. That's it! She held. She hadn't felt anything for Waisel. Nothing. Her mind, she had just made out with Mass.